WAEC and NECO examinations has been made easy by the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education with the Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO Candidates television program. Join seasoned teachers as they take you through these core subjects: mathematics, English language, physics, chemistry, and biology, targeting the exact syllabus of WAEC and NECO. Watch Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates on this station. Learners can also connect with Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates through these social media platforms to access more educational content and give their feedback. Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. Pass your examinations with flying colors.
Good day, my students. I want to welcome you to Eko Learners Support for both WAEC and NECO candidates. My name is Oduso Atolokwe Joseph, your chemistry instructor for today's program. So I want you to sit back and let's enjoy chemistry together.
Eko Learners Support, a support program of the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education for WAEC and NECO candidates.
So today, we are going to be talking about something that you all know, or we call it solution, and it's what we practice every day, especially in the kitchen. And basically, before we can dive into the topic, there's some previous knowledge you must have a better understanding of. So that particular knowledge is salt. As you all know, that we've done salt when we're in SS1 second term. Basically, when we talk about solution, it is the salt and the water that form this particular solution. So when you look at the board, the salt can be in different form. Either the solute in particular, now where you have salt inside. So the solute could be solid, it could be liquid, and also it could be gas. And look at what we have on the board. These are different types of salt. This is salt of sulfate, which means it could be blue in color, it could be white, and we equally have salt of sodium decahydrate, which could be in what? In crystal form. This is what you have to have in your mind before you can have a better understanding of what we call solution. So I want you to be going along with me. So what would be the behavioral objective for this particular topic? Now, our learning objective will be, by the end of the lesson, you as a student will be able to, one, identify solutes, solvents, then have a better understanding of solutions. Then you should be able to define solution. Not only that, you should be able to explain what a solution is. So these are things that we're going to be discussing as we progress with the class. I hope you are following me. Oh, good. Now, these are different examples of solution that are packaged together for you to have a better understanding. So I need to let you know that solution could be in form of gas. So this is air. So it's a gas. So what forms this particular solution? You need to have better understanding of the solute. The solute is the gas, while the solvent is the gas. So when both mix together, it gives you what we call a gas that's called air. I hope you still remember the components of air. You can have nitrogen gas, oxygen gas, carbon dioxide. they are all in form of what? Gas. So when they come together, they form a solution that we call air. Good. Yeah, you can see this. So this is called antifreeze. It's equally a solution, but not in form of what? Gas. It's in form of what? Liquid. So what are the components of this solution that we call solutes and solvents? Yeah, you need to understand, to have a better understanding, that the solute in this is liquid. Ethanol is the solute, while the solvent is what? Water, be it what? Liquid. So when the both liquid come together, they form a solution called liquid. And this solution is called antifreeze. Yes, they use it in car and other materials as well. Yes, this is another solution. I hope you can see this. Do you remember it? It's called brass. Yes, it's another solution. But this solution is in form of what? Solid. Not liquid, nor gas. So it's in form of what? Solid. So what are the components? What are the solutes? Yeah, the form of the solute here is solid. The form of the solvent there is what? Solid as well. So the example of the solute that forms this brass is zinc. Why? The solvent is what? Copper. As you know that the brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. So when they come together, they form a solution called solid. And this example is what? Brass. I hope you are following me. Yes, I'm telling you from the beginning that you can have a solution in form of gas. Good. I can hear somebody saying that. You can equally have it in form of what? Liquid. Oh, wonderful. Then lastly, you can have it in form of what? Solid. Fantastic. So you need to learn all this as we move on. So let's go to the next one. Oh, this is a table that I've prepared for you to let you know that we have different solutions. We have their what? Their state of solution, either in gas, liquid, and solid. And also their state of solutes and their state of what? Solvent. So for the natural gas, I've already explained that you have gas. The solution is gas. Yeah, the solute is what? Gas. While the solvent is gas. Antifreeze. In water, liquid is the solution. Liquid is the solute. While what? Solvent is also what? Liquid. A carbonated what? Yes, water. The solution is liquid. The solute is gas, while the solvent is what? Liquid. Likewise, the seawater sugar solution. Yeah, the solution is liquid, the solute is what? Solid, and the solvent is what? Liquid. Yeah, you are going to get more understanding as we progress with the class. So fine. Yeah, these are different what? Solution. As you can see, some in liquid, some in solid, while some in what? Liquid. So in this particular case, I'm going to play a little video for you to have a better understanding how the solutions are being made. So I want you to watch. Okay, fine. So when you look at this, we have the what? The water, then we have the salt, then you have the sugar, and we have the lemon. So this side are the solutes. So telling you that the solute could be in form of solid, as you have in this case, sugar. It could be in form of what? Solid, as you have in this case, salt. Then it could equally be in form of what? Liquid, as you have it in what? Lemon juice. Then this water here is the solvent. When all these are added together, what will we make? Tell me. Oh, they will form what we call a solution. So basically, a solution is just a combination of solutes and solvents together. So let's see what happened. You see what is going on? So it's being added to the solvent. So on the long run, what we are forming is solution. So this is a solution. Yes, we formed. Good. So let's move on again. Fine. Rightly said. Water is the solvent. So we are adding all the what? The solutes into the solvent in order to have what we call a solution. Good. Yeah, to support what I've said as earlier, I told you the water is a what? Solvent. So the sugar is in form of solid. The salt is in form of what? Solid. While the lemon juice is in form of what? Liquid. When you put all this into a what? Water. What you get is what? Solution. It's as simple as that. So basically, you could see what's going on. So dissolving the what? In the water to form a solution. Yes, so these are different solutions we've gotten. So it could be in form of creamy solution, depending on your choice. You can either have a semi-liquid, you can have a semi or solid, as the case may be. You all know your, what do we call it? That lolly that you people use to take. Yes, it's in form of liquid, but when you freeze it, what's happened? It becomes what? Solid. Fine. So these are the different kind of solutions we could have. So it's telling us what happened to some of these solutes when you add them in water. Yes, as you can see, some are soluble in water. Good. So what happened to some? Yes, some are what? Not soluble in water. As in this case, you have sand. Sand is not soluble. You have what? Small pebbles. It's not soluble. Then you have what? Chalk. Yes, when you look at this solution made, you discover that the sand is not dissolving here, despite the sand is a solute, telling you that not all solutes are actually soluble in water. So some are soluble, while some are not soluble. These are things you can practice at home. You can add. Okay, fine. So what actually happened when all these that I've said earlier are added together? Look at what happened. In this case, I have what? My salt. Your salt could be your table salt. So when you get home, what you can actually do is get to the kitchen, get your cup, you have a salt, get your salt, then you have water. Yes, pour your water inside the what? Your cup, and begin to add salt inside. This practical thing that is going to form. So what happens to the water? When the salt gets into the water, as you can see here, so when the salt gets into the what? Into the water, what happens to the what? To the salt. The salt splits into different what? Ion as a result of what? The water. So dissolve. If not, it will not be possible. So why is this happening? Because your water is a universal what? Solvent, which can dissolve nearly all ionic what? Compound. And the sodium chloride here is ionic compound. So by the time you get into the what? Water, what happens? You split it into sodium plus and what? Yes, chloride what? Ion, as you could see in the solution. Yeah, you can have this as well. Now, what happened here? Now, in this particular case, you discover that the oil is being put inside the water. But the oil is not what? It's an organic compound, and it's not suitable for the water to dissolve the what? The oil. Despite the water is a universal solvent, so it's finding it hard to dissolve. It can't dissolve because it's an organic what? Compound. So what happened to the what? Oil inside the water? Let's see what happened to the oil inside the water. So what is going on here? Discover that the oil and the water. So the water is not able to dissolve the oil. So you ask yourself, why? The water is a universal what? Yes, solvent that can only dissolve the what? Ionic compound. Or basically, can categorize them as inorganic compound. So oil falls into organic compound. So oil will not be, the water will not be able to dissolve the oil. So what happened? There will be a separation between the water and the oil. And this is what you have in this particular case. So it's not dissolving. Rather, it's forming two layers. So this is what happens when oil is poured inside water. Fine. Now you can have some of this particular you can have some of the salts when added into the water bring crystal out. So they come out in form of precipitate. And this is the case. This is what you are having here as well. So on that note, I think, look at what is happening here. So you have the two solutions. So these two solutions, yes, you have these two solutions. There are two words. Yes, salt. Inside that, two molecules of salt inside that particular word, solution. Basically, here, how many do you have? You have 4. So you discover that Y, in terms of solutes, is twice the solution of what? X. And when you look at the volume as well, the volume here and the volume here. So this particular volume, when you compare with this particular volume, you discover that the volume of Y as well is twice, yes, much than the volume of S. Yes, so this is very, very possible. What happened to the concentration of the solution? Something will have happened. This particular solution, in this particular case, is more concentrated. Why? Because the volume is lower in terms of water being added. Why in this particular case? Yes, the water, which is the solvent, is higher than this. But in terms of solute, when you look at the solute, you discover that the solute here is 2, the solute here is 2. So automatically, if we have to consider the solute, we can say the concentration of this must be twice the concentration of this, because you're having 2 volume of this in this, and the 2 of these, you can have it this. So basically, in terms of solute, we can say this contains more solute than this. Then in terms of water, yeah, we can say this is less than this, meaning this has more solvents than this. But when you look at it logically, we can equally say both the concentration might be what? Equal. In what sense? Y can see 2 of X. Meaning, if the concentration of X is 1 mole per dm cube, basically, what will have been the concentration of Y should have been 2 times 1, which is 2 mole per dm cube. So if you have to go with this analysis, we can conclude that the concentration of Y is twice the concentration of what? X. Why? Because Y is 2 mole per dm cube, while X is 1 mole per dm cube. To let you know that the addition of solute you had inside the solvent can be used to determine the concentration of such solution. Fine. Now, for the practice questions, I want to ask you that what do you think if you are asked to define solution? What do you think you will say solution is? Oh, that is wonderful. Some of the students are saying that solution simply means solvents and solute coming together and they become solution. Oh, yeah, that is the logic. Before you can form a solution, there must be a mixture of 2 components, which is the solute and the solvent. And another thing that you could be asked here is, what is solvent? Yes, a solvent is a substance, either in liquid, solid, or gas, that is able to dissolve any substances. And these substances is equally called solutes. And these substances could either be solid, also, or liquid, or or gas. Then explain the word solution. Yes, I think at this point, you'll be able to tell your friends that basically solution could be in form of solid. Yes, it could be in form of liquid. And also, it can be in form of what we call gas. And the component of this solution could be solid, as in case may be for solute, and it can also be what? Solid, as the case may be for solvents. Yes, I hope you've gotten something. Yes, we've come to the end of this particular topic. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Okay, good.
Eko Learners Support, a support program of the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education for WAEC and NECO candidates.
In case of any comments, contribution, or question, yes, you can reach out to us. I remain your host, Odusatulokpe Joseph. See you in the next class. Bye for now.
Acing your WAEC and NECO examinations has been made easy by the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education with the Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates television program. Join seasoned teachers as they take you through these core subjects: mathematics, English language, physics, chemistry, and biology, targeting the exact syllabus of WAEC and NECO. Watch Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates on this station. Learners can also connect with Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates through these social media platforms to access more educational content and give their feedback. Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. Pass your examinations with flying colors.